Crossover characters in video games can be one of the most exciting and fun experiences. Seeing a character that doesn't belong in a series suddenly appear is always something interesting, especially when they can interact with the different franchises' characters. Popular video game crossover moments such as Mario and Sonic, all of the characters in Smash, Kratos in Mortal Kombat, Disney Infinity, Marvel vs. Capcom, LEGO Dimensions, and so many more are such a good way to introduce fans of a certain character to a brand new franchise. And one of the sneakiest franchises to do so is Skylanders. Skylanders features 6 crossover characters across its 6 games, starting with the no-brainer Spyro. Spyro came from his own series of games starting in 1998 with Spyro the Dragon, and whose name most likely propelled Skylanders into success alongside the Toys to Life gimmick. Next is Cynder. Cynder is also from the Spyro series of games, first appearing in 2006 in The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. Next, skipping 3 games, we got Bowser and Donkey Kong in Skylander Superchargers. In case you live under a rock, you know they come from somewhere and everywhere within the Mario franchise. Bowser first appearing in 1985 in Super Mario Bros. On the NES, and Donkey Kong in his own arcade game in 1981, also featuring Mario, originally named Jumpman for the very first time. Last is Dr. Neo Cortex and Crash Bandicoot. They come from the same franchise as the hero and villain. They both appear in the very first Crash Bandicoot game in 1996. And honorable mention to Sparks the Dragonfly for being a magic item in Skylanders. Sparks also appeared alongside Spyro in 1998's Spyro the Dragon. Now that you have a small backstory of each of these Skylander crossover characters, it is time for the exciting part of this video: ranking them. So today I'm going to be taking a deep dive into everything about the characters as Skylanders, explaining their abilities, both upgrade paths, and showing gameplay of everything they're capable of, while doing so, ranking them from worst to best. Each Skylander will be judged based in the game they were first introduced and how well they perform in it. As always, I'm Victor of Saving Skylands, and I love making Skylanders content, so if you enjoy it, consider subscribing, as it shows me people enjoy these fun videos I put my free time into. Fun fact, as of recording this is my 5-year channel anniversary, so thank you all for over 40,000 subscribers and 17 million channel views. It's been a blast, and we're not done yet. Don't forget, at the end of the video is the comment recognition segment where I read some of your comments. So leave me a comment. It could be anything, from asking for a quick ranking or my thoughts on anything really. Do that and you might appear in the next video. And last thing before we get started, huge shout out to all of my channel members. You guys are the absolute best. Much love, as I appreciate all of you for supporting the channel and I while helping save Skylands. If you'd like to become a member and enjoy awesome perks and support the channel, the link is in the description. Now on to the video. Starting at the number 6 spot, Cynder. Cynder is a purely ranged Skylander that you must be patient with, as her 2 main attacks must be used together to be great. For base upgrades, she features a lightning attack that shocks enemies doing good damage, a very fast dash attack that leaves ghost allies behind providing protection and great speed, and of course, flight, which as usual, just increases speed and armor when using. For the left path upgrades, these focus on your lightning attacks. First upgrade, now hitting ghost allies with lightning now explode, doing great damage to enemies nearby. Second upgrade increases how long you can use the lightning in a single button press, allowing for more consecutive damage. And third increases the area of effect in which the lightning can hit enemies on the battlefield. Now for the right upgrade path. This is dash attack based. First upgrade slows enemies who are hit with the ghost allies, providing plenty of time to hit them with the lightning. Second upgrade increases the duration of the allies and increases their attack range. Third upgrade now allows the dash itself to do great damage when using it on an enemy. And last is the soul gem. This unlocks a permanent, larger ghost ally that follows you around, damaging enemies nearby. Overall, Cynder is good. Definitely not one of the best, but can be a lot of fun when used correctly. The left path is for those who enjoy actually attacking enemies and using the minions strategically, and the right path for those who want to zoom around and let the minions do the work for you. Yes, the dash can be difficult to aim, and the lightning doesn't last long and makes you very slow, but those negatives don't stop Cynder from still taking down chaos. Number 5, Dr. Neo Cortex. Neo Cortex is for my ranged attack players out there. Almost everything he does is from a distance, and hopefully you keep it that way, because he can hardly take a hit. Neo Cortex excels at being quick and staying away from enemies to hit them from afar with his many ranged abilities. His base upgrades include a single hit quick shooting blaster with decent damage, the Mask of Pain which damages and pushes back enemies perfect for making space for more attacks. Mines that do great damage, also exploding enemies into other mines, popping them up and back. And last, the hoverboard. While riding, enjoy increased speed, using it like a battering ram until it explodes, causing a knockback and doing good damage. Also, you can use your blaster and mines while riding. Now on to upgrade paths, starting with the top path. This path focuses on Neo Cortex blaster abilities. First upgrade unlocks an all-new move. Place an aim staff on the ground that deals damage on impact and also slows down enemies within the area. Second upgrade now shoots good damage sparks from the placed staff whenever you use the blaster. Last top path upgrade gives Cortex a power-up. Now when standing near the placed staff, if hit with a spark from it, Neo Cortex's blaster gets a boost, now shooting multiple projectiles in all different directions for a limited time. Next is the bottom path. This path is purely for those who primarily use the Mask of Pain. First upgrade shoots the mask farther in a straight line, dealing good damage and destroying incoming projectiles. Next upgrade unlocks the helpful good damage defender to aid you. Now when using the Mask of Pain and you block a projectile, the mask sticks around, dealing damage to those near and also exploding projectiles when blocking. Last bottom path upgrade allows you to fully control the mask. Now aim the mask wherever you need, blocking attacks and dealing damage. Onto the Soul Gem, the second to last upgrade in Cortex's upgrades. His Soul Gem allows you to charge his blaster, transforming it into a staff. Releasing the charge blasts enemies up, leaving them vulnerable for infinite blaster shots until they're defeated. Last, we have the Sky Chi ability. This upgrade unlocks the unstoppable laser attack. This easy to control beam does good constant damage, knocking back enemies who are hit until the meter runs out. Overall, Neo Cortex is much better than people give him credit for. He's super fun with many different attacks, both offensive and defensive, leading to constant damage and fast movement. The top path is for absolute chaos with your blaster and staff. Then the bottom path for those who enjoy the Mask of Pain combat, being mostly defensive. He may require patience due to not great damage output, but if you can stay on your toes and survive, he'll grind through any level. Number 4. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot makes Skylanders Imagineers not feel like a Skylanders game, and I mean that in a good way. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Skylanders combat, but Crash has a gameplay style like no other. He's great at near and far combat, no matter the path, and he can also revive himself multiple times. He's the only crossover Skylander I believe is near 100% accurate to his franchise version. Starting with his base upgrades. Crash's main attack is a never-ending cyclone spin that does consistent damage to enemies very close by. Next is the Super Slide. It damages and knocks enemies up, setting up more hits, also providing an excellent evade move. Third attack is tossing explosive crates that can be slid into or spun to be launched at enemies. And randomly during combat, crates spawn extra lives. Crash has a total of 5 lives. Now on to Crash's upgrade paths, starting with the top path. This is for players who enjoy fast damage melee combat and the rush of risk and reward situations. First upgrade now gives Crash a slight boost in run speed and shield from Aku Aku, I think I'm saying that right, I could be wrong, when respawning after being defeated. Second upgrade increases spin damage with the new Suction Cyclone Spin. It now suctions enemies in, knocking them back with each hit. Last upgrade increases the damage, area, and length of the Suction Cyclone Spin. Say that 10 times fast. Now on to the bottom path. The much more fun path in my opinion is based on Crash's crate toss and also adds a new melee ability. First up unlocks 4 squares, which now holding the crate toss button tosses 4 crates all around you. Now using a spin attack will launch all 4 crates at enemies at the same time, dealing great damage. The second upgrade unlocks the melee attack, where jumping on a thrown crate now explodes in a wide area, knocking back any enemies near. And the third upgrade on the bottom path increases crate damage and area of effect. Now onto the Soul Gem. Box of Rockets is now where on occasion a rocket crate will be thrown instead of a normal crate. Inside is a rocket launcher that when collected places Crash in the sky above the enemies as you aim and rain down good damage Wampa Fruit upon anyone you can. Final upgrade is the Sky Chi, and it's notoriously everyone's least favorite Sky Chi attack ever. This attack is where Crash uses a yo-yo to attack enemies. As someone who has barely played a Crash game, I have no idea if this is a callback to one of the games or as if it's just super random. But what I do know is I never know what I'm doing with it. It says aim, but it's extremely hard when you're not the one launching the yo-yo, as it randomly decides when to shoot. But hey, it does great damage, so whatever, I guess. Overall, Crash Bandicoot is a lot of fun, even for non-Crash game enjoyers. I can't stand those games, but I have a blast using Crash. His mixture of melee attacks like the slide and spin with the crate tosses make for a great time. The top path is definitely for those who enjoy running into a fight with no shame in using those extra lives. And the bottom path for people like myself, who even though I know I'll be revived, I choose to stay from a distance and hit them from afar with crate attacks. He's definitely not one of the best senseis and imaginators, but he's still great. Anyone can have fun with Crash, by also getting the job done. Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt this awesome ranking video, but I wanted to remind you guys that I do have a second channel as well, just for Skylanders. It's called Saving Skylands Forever. You can find the link in the description. It is where I break down my long form videos into short form YouTube shorts for those who have short attention spans, but hey, if you enjoy content in that form, you can get it over there as well. If not, I post other things over there, anything Skylanders, from fun little shorts rankings to anything really just showing off my collection. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe. Other than that, back to the video. Number 3, Spyro. Spyro is the definition of an all-around Skylander. He's fast, does good damage, and has a simple yet fun moveset. He may not have the classic Spyro look, but he does have an extremely similar moveset to the Spyro games. Base upgrades include a triple fireball attack that does good damage to multiple targets, a quick sprint charge that does good damage and knocks enemies back, also providing increased speed, and last, flight, which just increases speed and armor while using until you get the soul gem. Starting with the left upgrade path. This upgrade path upgrades his ranged fireball abilities. First, giving you a fire shield. When firing, protecting you by doing damage to enemies close by. Second, increases the damage of the fireballs, also making the middle one explode on contact. And third upgrade unlocks the ability to charge up a single fireball into a great damage, much larger fireball. Sadly, this fireball does underwhelming damage, as you actually could have done more damage with his normal fireballs within the time that it takes to charge and use the charged fireball. Now for the right upgrade path, it upgrades Spyro's charge attack. First upgrade adds a stun to enemies hit with the charge, sounding like a brick wall every time an enemy gets hit. Yeah. Second upgrade increases the damage of the charge. Then the third upgrade adds a new look and more damage when charging longer. Now the final upgrade, the soul gem. This unlocks Spyro's dive bomb. While flying, you can slam down, doing great damage and knocking enemies back. Overall, Spyro is a great Skylander. No real flaws and can be picked up at any point by anyone. Sadly, flight is quite useless no matter the Skylanders game, so I do wish there was something better in place of it. The left path is for players who enjoy ranged combat more, and the right is for melee combat. Spyro is one of the easiest Skylanders to use in the whole franchise, yet he's still great. He may look a little different, Spyro fans, but just give him a shot, and I promise he's worth it. Number 2, Bowser. Bowser is a blast to use. He has nearly everything you need to have a great time and destroy any enemy. Only downside is he's a bit slow, but not like Crusher slow. His base upgrades include a strong hammer slam attack, the ability to spawn 3 Koopa minions that you can either let attack enemies or hit them with your hammer to use them as a projectile, and last, Molten Bowser form. This is where you become larger with an all-new look and new abilities such as a fiery claw attack and breathing fire. For the top path upgrades, these focus on using your Koopa army, making them stronger and more convenient. First upgrade now lets you spawn all 3 Koopa at once using a warp pipe. Second, normal Koopa are now Koopa Paratroopas that fly and hone in on enemies. And last upgrade for this path is to spin the Koopa even faster, dealing more damage once hit multiple times with your hammer. Now on to the bottom path. This path focuses on the hammer attacks in Molten Bowser mode. First, upgrade your basic hammer with an all-new Molten Hammer, dealing even more damage. Next upgrade causes an explosion, dealing damage to nearby enemies when entering Molten Bowser mode. And the third upgrade now allows Bowser to infinitely use his fire breath, which absolutely melts enemies. Last for Bowser's upgrades is the Soul Gem. The Soul Gem now turns your Koopa allies into stronger Molten Bones when entering into Molten Bowser mode. Overall, Bowser is a force to be reckoned with. He has super fun gameplay, giving plenty of homage to the Mario franchise, deals great damage with Hammer Slams and Molten Bowser mode, and on top of that, has loyal Koopas to assist with the damage output and fun. The top path is for those who want to enjoy minions in ranged combat, and the bottom is for Molten mode and melee damage. Though Bowser may feel a little bit clunky and sluggish sometimes, he does great damage in any way you'd like a Skylander to. Melee, ranged, minions, and even a full transformation that will melt Chaos's forces and the darkness. Number 1. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is very interesting. You'd expect him to be a lot like himself from the Mario games, like a mindless smashing monkey. But no. Donkey Kong is actually a complex character with so many abilities that deal damage in a lot of fun ways. For his basic upgrades, you have a punch attack combo that deals good damage, a ranged barrel toss that can hit enemies far away and near you, dealing good damage, his bongo barrel, which is a stationary weapon hitting enemies close by, but also can be just set down and used kind of like a turret, that does good damage for a limited time. Next is Super Donkey Kong mode. This mode transforms his entire gameplay with new attacks such as an upgraded barrel punch, barrel rolls, and a crazy enemy destroying attack that makes classic ladders and girders fall from the sky. Then last for the basic upgrades is Barrels of Fun. This charge up move uses Donkey Kong like a long-ranged mortar attack, exploding wherever you choose to land. For the top upgrade path, this focuses on barrel throws, bongos, and upgrading the Barrels of Fun attack. First up, now barrels are explosive, dealing more damage to a slightly wider area as well. Next upgrade greatly increases the explosion damage of the Barrels of Fun attack. Then last for the top path, now bongos left behind explode, dealing good damage to anyone near. Onto the bottom path. This is for those who want to focus on Super Donkey Kong mode, but also the barrel toss. First upgrade increases the damage of the barrel throw due to the spiky barrels, but also in Super Donkey Kong mode increases the damage of the punch attacks, now punching with spiky barrels. Second upgrade upgrades the barrel roll in Super Donkey Kong mode, adding additional damage and a projectile while using. Third and final upgrade on this path allows Donkey Kong to greatly heal when damaged in Super Donkey Kong mode. By far the best self-healing mechanic in the whole franchise. Finally, the last upgrade for Donkey Kong is the Soul Gem. By far one of the coolest, but not necessarily one of the best. When playing the bongo, charge up the meter to call upon Diddy Kong. He spawns in, flying around, dealing decent damage to anyone he can find. Overall, Donkey Kong may take some time to get used to, but he is an absolute beast. He has so many moves that deal great damage for melee or ranged players. There's something everyone can enjoy about Donkey Kong. Both paths upgrade the barrel toss, but in addition to that, the top path is for players who enjoy using bongo attacks, and the bottom for Super Donkey Kong mode. I never really gave Donkey Kong a solid shot until now, and it's very safe to say it was so worth it. He's fantastic and honestly a blast to use. With so many different moves, he never gets boring while destroying any enemy in your path. And that wraps up the ranking. Let me know your thoughts on the video and your own personal rankings in the comments. But don't go anywhere yet. It's time for comment recognition, the last segment in my videos where I give a shout out and respond to some of your comments on my last videos. First comment is by Jonathan. I don't know if you've done a video on this already, but can you do a ranking of the Sensei Sky Chi abilities and keep saving Skylands? Ooh, Sky Chi abilities ranked. Would you guys want to see that? Let me know. Now, Miss Pincher Gaming's comments, how many Skylander you got? Well, I have at least one version of every Skylander other than Robo, and a lot of traps, a lot of minis, a lot of light cores, a lot of variants. I have no idea. It's got to be hundreds. I'm guessing over 300. Now, Jalen comments, wait, so this has always been a question that I've had, but did the senseis train the giants in the Skylanders lore, or the giants train the senseis, and that's how they became senseis? Honestly, I really have no idea, but it's always said that the giants were the very first Skylanders. So I'm thinking the giants came first and senseis came along sometime after that. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Skylanders lore. Is there even Skylanders lore? I know there's comics, but I've never read them. Now a comment by the Downables. hold on, this might be a very stupid question, but how are you able to put all the Skylanders on the menu like that? Is it a mod for PC or is it something exclusive to Imaginators? Okay, they are referring to the Nintendo Switch version. The Switch version allows you to scan in your Skylanders and use them digitally, never needing to use the figure again, because the Switch has no portal. So you use the NFC reader, like the Amiibo reader, and it reads the Skylander and saves it in your save file. Now a comment from Cyndaquil. Oh boy, probably butchered that, who knows. Who the heck is Chill Bill? I remember playing Trap Team, but I do not remember there ever being a Chill Bill. I'm gonna let the comments handle this one. Good luck, Chief. Now the last comment of today's comment recognition is by a channel member, Ted Camus. So, did you know Easter Trigger Happy was joined by Fryno and Punk Shock in the special Easter packaging that same spring in 2014? Wow, that's crazy. That's so long ago now. Unfortunately, unlike Easter Trigger Happy, Fryno, and Punk Shock only had the Easter-themed packaging, their figures and in-game models were identical to the regular versions. I bought all three as special Easter surprises for my kids that year. Oh, dude, that's honestly amazing. That's awesome that you remember that, and I bet your kids still remember that too. But that is weird that they didn't get like a variant. It was just packaging. I would have loved some more Easter variants. That's all from me. Hope you guys enjoyed this very fun ranking video as much as I did making it. It did take a while, so if you've made it to this point, make sure you subscribed, liked the video, and commented. Keep saving Skylands. Thank you for watching. As always, keep saving Skylands, and I'll see you all soon.